In this active tip, we're going to show you a fun way to make your flip chart lessons more magical for your students. Now, you may have read about this magic eraser on the forum or seen it used in flip charts to submit it to Promethean Planet, but it's also been given a couple different names: Magic Revealer, Magic Magnifier, the Magic Looking Glass, the Magic Wand, the Magic Window. Now, all these things really mean the same thing: moving an object around on the page to magically reveal some hidden text or an image. On the next few pages, we're going to show you some examples on how to use this in your curriculum, and these were all examples that we got from Promethean Planet and flip charts that were submitted by teachers like you. So, here we go. Flippy's ready. He's got his jetpack on. Let's rock and roll. Now, in this first example, students can count up the coins and write their answer here in the box. So this one is 25 plus 30 would be 55 cents. Just enough for a Coke back when I was in high school. Maybe it was 50 cents. Maybe I shouldn't hit the back button. And what I could do is then grab the magic revealer right here and go over the coins and see what it was. There we go. 51 cents. Wouldn't buy you a Coke. That penny never helps out in a vending machine. Here's another example. Now right here, the students would read what is below this tree. And they could use the magnifying glass to then see what is below the tree. Is it a bunny, a bird, or a lizard? And we can see we got a lizard, we got a bunny, we got a bird up here. Now what's really cool about this is this could actually be a two-person activity. So people could be down here, a student could be down here circling a little prediction and discussion while another student is moving the magnifying glass. A great way to use the Active Arena dual pen feature. Now here you can see we have two maps superimposed over each other. In this case, the top map is kind of this topographical map, and the bottom map actually shows the U.S. roadways. And I used to live here in Missouri, and I used to drive to Kansas City, used to drive over here to Indianapolis. Gotta say, this stretch right here, don't knock it till you tried it. I've tried it. This stretch of I-70, some of the most boring driving you're ever going to find. Right across Missouri, right across Illinois, just straight, solid, and boring. Plus, Illinois has got the speed limit like 65. Got pulled over there a couple times. Anyway, great way. That's my driving habits. Anyway, great use of the magnifying glass. And great use of my lead foot. Here you can see we're going to do an archaeological dig. So I can move this around, no worry about speed limits here. And if I go around, I see I'm not finding anything. But if you go in the right place, check it out. We found a fossil. A lot like real archaeology, I would assume. A lot of digging for nothing, and then these great moments of, whoa, I found something. Now here's another idea that I think is really cool. If you assume you're standing on the Earth and looking at the moon, and the sun is right here, the sun stays in one place in this example, what would the students see and what phases of the moon would it be? So they could actually do a little prediction again, and I could see that if I was standing here on Earth with the sun behind me, I'd have a full moon, I'd have different phases around here, and then right here with the sun, the moon, and the Earth, if I was standing right here on the Earth, we'd have what we call a new moon, not to be confused with Twilight, which is also a book in that series. This is a really cool example. I really dig this one. Here's another page example for an orchestra class. The students could use the magnifier to reveal the instruments and locations that they'd be in the orchestra along with their names. So you can see here, there's where the cello is. To also make it fun, I have a sound here. And off the sound, the students can try and guess what instrument that is. So I need to hear it again. But that sounds like the trumpet. Little known fact, my mom used to play in an orchestra. She would be sitting right over here. My mother was a professional harpist. Very cool. And finally, here's one where the students can move the wreath around to see the answers to the multiplication problems right here. Maybe they're picking how much they want their parents to spend on them for a holiday gift. So there's so many fun ways to use this idea. Do a search on Planet, and I'm sure you'll find many more, most of them created by teachers just like you. So stay tuned for the next active tips, which will have more information on how you can create these magic revealers for yourself. Enjoy.